We are the Freedom Group. We're presenting the Under Armour case with our own Under Armour Plus, how Under Armour could improve. Under Armour's opportunity space was created when Kevin Plank, the founder of Under Armour, was playing football for the University of Maryland, and he noticed that everybody's t-shirts were soaking wet and heavy with sweat. They're all playing in cotton t-shirts. So after Plank graduated, he set out to create a new shirt for the athletes that wicked sweat away and kept athletes cool and dry. And currently the Utah Utes are the only Under Armour team for football in the Pac-12 conference. For Under Armour Plus, there are no sports-based men's business clothing manufacturers, leaving the marketplace wide open for men's business clothing that are comfortable and fashionable. Under Armour's value and use. From the beginning, Kevin Plank listened to the athletes that they needed a t-shirt that wicked sweat, kept them cool, wasn't heavy, and got drenched in sweat. So by listening to these athletes, he was able to dominate the market of high-performance athletic wear by innovating what the athletes wanted and needed. In turn, these athletes help market and promote Under Armour because people want to be like these top athletes and have the same gear they have. Under Armour Plus could aim to create a top business comfort clothes that dominates the marketplace where other sporty business clothes don't make.
Value in exchange. Under Armour is very similar, according to Yelp statistics at least, to Nike, which is kind of their rival counterpart in the industry. Prices are similar, and they are more high-end than retailers such as Champion and some of the lower-end sporting goods people. Although they are often more on the expensive side, they have a large price range. Some of their items are very cheap, while others have very high-end, really nice things. And they have a high value in exchange because they satisfy the customer without overpricing their products. Even the expensive products received 4 out of 5 customer value rating on Yelp, which is well above the average. And for Under Armour Plus, you could add on to the existing company to introduce high-end business clothing to consumers. There is a market for this, as there are currently no kind of sporty business clothing producers currently in the market, so it's kind of wide open for us. And as far as value in distribution, they have a high value in distribution, obviously, as you can pretty much get their stuff just about anywhere, whether it's a sporting event, school event, or just hanging out with your friends. You'll likely see someone sporting Under Armour, and this is just due to the fact that it is easily accessible and not extremely expensive or anything, along with the fact that essentially all major sporting good outlets provide Under Armour or carry Under Armour. With an extensive price range, their products, as well as convenience in obtaining them, their value and distribution comes out to be extremely high. For Under Armour Plus, you could simply just integrate and introduce some of their business clothes at places that are currently carrying Under Armour, as well as more high-end stores that carry more business clothes. So yeah, that's value and distribution.
All right, so for the value in finance, it's pretty amazing where the company's gone, seeing that it started in Plank's grandmother's basement in 1996. The company really got its big break when Warner Brothers outfitted 2 major films with the clothing, the Under Armour clothing. Those movies were Any Given Sunday and The Replacements, both football movies. And after that, Plank placed an ad in ESPN in the magazine, and that single ad, he supposedly generated $750,000 just from that one single ad in ESPN magazine. That was kind of their launching point. Today, the company generates $3.96 billion in revenue. The company has increased revenue by which I think lends itself well to moving into new areas such as the men's business clothing. So that's finance. For the value in fitness, the company continues to venture into new products besides athletic wear. They're also developing sports equipment now, such as shoulder pads, aluminum bats, and etc. All kinds of equipment that they're moving into in the sports industry. The company's also venturing into the tech world with the purchase of MyFitnessPal and the app maker Endomondo. So they're really staying ahead of the curve when it comes to technology because they know that that's where their future customers are looking is online. The company continues to outbid their major competitor, Nike, in exclusivity rights, especially when it comes to outfitting collegiate athletic programs. The recent deal with Notre Dame is the largest of its kind in the history of college athletics. And the company continues to have exclusivity rights with many of the biggest professional sports names, such as Tom Brady, NBA MVP, Bryce Harper, and Jordan Spieth. All of these are major titans in their sports, and some of these were actually with Nike before, and Under Armour's been able to pull them away. So I think going forward, I think it speaks volumes for the future of the company as more and more athletes and more of the high-end athletes are slowly converting to Under Armour.
Okay, lastly, I just want to start with quoting the Code of Conduct, where it says, act like a global citizen, think like an entrepreneur, create like an innovator, and perform like a teammate. Now, doing some research on their website, I've just noticed how much focus they want to put on like working on things as a team. And also their slogan, we must protect this house, goes for their company as well. So that's not just a marketing slogan that they throw out there. Another thing that they put a huge emphasis on is honest and fair dealing. That's just something I found so many times in their code of conduct and like just how they want to govern themselves. From a research standpoint, like we've mentioned before, the knowledge capital is obviously very great just because the CEO used to be an athlete himself. He knows what the athletes need, as well as their board of directors is like made up of people who like really know what they need and what kind of equipment is essential, so they can actually like make things that are relevant and that like actually help out athletes. And lastly, their social capital, they do an excellent job at social media campaigns as well as their sponsorships and like partnerships with universities like ours here at the U. It's just seeing tremendous gains for their sales. All right, I guess that was it. That was the Under Armour presentation.